From 1933 to 1936, a large company of the Civilian Conservation Corps, or CCC, worked down at the bottom of the Grand Canyon for 3 winters, improving Phantom Ranch and nearby trails and bridges. During the Great Depression, the CCC was a voluntary public work relief program for unemployed, unmarried men ages 18 to 25. They worked 40 hours per week over 5 days. In return, they received $30 per month. CCC Company 818 arrived down in the canyon on October 7, 1933, with 179 men and established a camp in less than 2 weeks that was located at present-day Bright Angel Campground near the confluence of Bright Angel Creek and the Colorado River. It was reported,
Company 818 is housed in 6-man pyramidal tents, with a shack for showers, a newly completed mess and recreation hall, and a few odd tents for this and that and the other. The bugle sounded reveille at 6 a.m. to initiate the day's activity. At 7:15 a.m., the call to work came. All enrollees were at the work center, ready to report to their job supervisor for the day. The day's work ended at 4 p.m.
The young men needed entertainment while working for months in isolation down in the canyon. They brought a pool table down to play on. It was too heavy for the mules.
At a company meeting, more than 100 volunteered to hike up the 7-mile trail and help carry the pieces down on foot. It was said to be the best investment the company ever made.
The first motion picture ever shown at the canyon bottom was shown in the CCC camp, attended by 105 men and guests from Phantom Ranch. They also boxed, wrestled, and played volleyball or football in their camp. A recreation tent was put up, equipped with picnic tables, benches, folding chairs, a ping-pong table, and 3 stoves for heating. It was supplied with games such as checkers, chess, cards, and dominoes. Any newspapers the boys received from home were placed on a reading table along with magazines and books. The Phantom Ranch blacksmith, George Shields, of Kanab, Utah, taught music lessons and established a band and directed a choral group. He led singing at church services and sing-alongs at company gatherings. The CCC's most difficult project was to construct the river trail along the Colorado River's south side, connecting Bright Angel and South Kaibab trails. It took them 2.5 winters to complete. The plan was to name the trail after the first man who died constructing it, but since there never was a fatality, the name River Trail remained. The trail was carved out of the cliff the entire length of the trail above the river from 40 to 500 feet. Accidents occurred. The injured men were taken up the South Kaibab Trail on a specially constructed litter on a mule, used as an ambulance. Over the 3 winters, 34 had to be transported out by mule litter. There was 1 death in the company. On July 20, 1935, 3 trail workers camping at the foot of Bright Angel Trail went swimming. 2 tried to swim across the river. Kenneth Curtis, from Kingman, Arizona, was swept through Pipe Creek Rapids and drowned. The CCC worked on many other projects that can still be seen today. They constructed all the rest houses along Bright Angel Trail. They also constructed the swimming pool at Phantom Ranch, now gone, the Trans-Canyon phone line with poles that can still be seen, the Clear Creek Trail, the Mule Corral and Barn at Phantom Ranch, and repainted the Black Bridge. During the spring of 1936, all the projects had been completed in the Inner Canyon. The CCC enrollees were all moved up to the camp at the North Rim. By the end of the summer, the camp was also vacated, and the men were transferred to South Mountain Park, near Phoenix, Arizona. Most were elated to now be stationed so close to a city, but veteran enrollees knew that eventually everyone would regret leaving the canyon and would long to return. It was a sad day for those who had learned to love the Grand Canyon. Nearly 50 years later, a reunion of the Grand Canyon CCC workers was held at the South Rim in 1985. About 50 attended. Leo Purvis, age 75, of Brownwood, Texas, took a private 2-day hike down in the canyon. He smiled as he remembered bringing the pool table down to the camp across from Phantom Ranch. Later, he wrote an outstanding history of the CCC camp, entitled, The Ace in the Hole. It is hoped that the work rendered by the CCC down in the canyon will never be forgotten.
In the depths of the Great Depression of 1933, President Roosevelt created the CCC.
This video was written and produced by Davy Crockett for the Grand Canyon Historical Society. Visit us at grandcanyonhistory.org. Help us continue to preserve and share the history of Grand Canyon by becoming a member of the Society. Also, Use the subscribe button below to receive more videos like this one.